Okay, so this EdCPA video is about a lady teaching a elementary class, and they are talking about character analysis, and she discusses it at first on a general level, and then she does incorporate a book to read together as a class so that they can further their understanding and being able to identify characteristics that create a character analysis.
Yes, no, not quite. I'm not doing it. Setting. Yeah, we've already talked about the setting, so where your creature lives, and we've described our character for our books. So today we're going to go into trial, and a trial is going to be something difficult that your character goes through. And then we're going to have 3 different trials like I have up here, and each one of you already have on your papers. So the character goes through trial 1, which is the easiest trial that they go through. And then then they have a resolution. Then trial 2 is a little bit harder, and then they have a resolution. And then trial 3 is the hardest trial that they go through. And then that gets resolved. Okay? When we've written our setting and character.
So far through the video, it is clear to see that the teacher is speaking nice and clear for the whole class to hear because it comes off very clear in this audio reflection on this video. I like how the recorder of this video is moving along with the teacher to show that the teacher is catering to all corners of the classroom to be sure not to neglect any students on one side or another. This video also shows how big of a space the classroom is, which is great, in classrooms to have a lot of space so that everyone is not too much on top of each other. But here she is. She does have the students set up in groups, which is great because the students get to rely on each other for information during this lecture. And by having them complete a handout while she is lecturing, that encourages the students to stay on task with the lesson.
Your paragraphs, what are those words that we've used and talked about already? Peyton?
Silver dollar words.
Silver dollar words. And can someone tell me what a silver dollar word is and why we would want to use it in our paragraph? Gabby? Yes. And where can you find silver dollar words in the classroom? Annalise? You can find them under wow words. Is there another spot, Abraham?
Over there.
Yes, over here we have our.
So right here in this video, at this particular section, it is clear that the teacher is building on prior knowledge that the classroom has already grasped. There are some stuff on the board that the teacher is referencing to. So, students are constantly learning and building on top of previous knowledge.
Silver dollar words for ocean colors, oceans moving, our habitat details that we've used. Okay, so what we're going to do for trial is I am going to read Puffer's Surprise, which is a story about a pufferfish. And as I read this, if you hear.
Right now, the teacher is now going to do an applied practice exercise because now she's introducing a new book who the whole class has not read yet, so they're going to read it together and then break down each character in the short story.
Trial that Puffer goes through, I would like you to raise your hand, and then we'll stop and we'll go through that together and how Puffer resolved the problem, and I'll write it up on the board and have you guys do that with me. Okay? So this is Puffer's Surprise.
The audio quality in this video is pretty good as far as the teacher is concerned, but the students, they're probably just, very quietly and low-spoken, so it's very difficult to hear their responses, but it is clear that the students are engaging in the lesson and they are participating. And with that being said, some effects that could be added to this video would be that the teacher would or edit the video and have some type of checklist of the things that she wanted to accomplish in the classroom, and that way she would know exactly if she stayed on top of her task or if she followed everything that she wanted to follow in her lesson plan. And just now we just see a little kid smiling in the camera, and I feel that because the recorder is moving around the classroom, it is difficult for the students to stay focused because they see that someone else is doing something else in the classroom and they're not all uniformed. So in the future, I would suggest that whoever is recording this video would sit somewhere discreetly to not be such a distraction to everyone else.
Puffer is safe from harm for now. The bullseye pattern on his back camouflages him against the sand, making it hard to see him from above. So I want you to raise your hand when you hear it.
And by not having these audio effects added to this video, it does make it a little difficult to know if the teacher is staying on task or staying on task to what she wanted to originally do with her classroom during this time. In order to figure out exactly what's going on in this video, you do have to watch the entire 13 minutes and 39 seconds in order to understand what is really going on here, to understand the goals and the objectives and the expectations for this class. Other than that, the video is pretty well done.